This is Wallet Brief, where we break down what actually moved the US economy this week, without the noise. If prices, interest rates, jobs, housing, or taxes are quietly changing your money, this is where you stay informed. Let's get into what really happened this week, and what it means for your wallet. Stock market crash headlines are starting to trend again, as markets show sharper declines and rising volatility. What's happening today is a sudden shift in sentiment. Markets that were previously stable or recovering are now seeing stronger selling pressure. When confidence drops quickly, markets can move down just as fast. Why is this making news? Because the speed of movement matters. It's not just that markets are falling, it's how quickly they're doing it. Rapid declines often trigger more reactions from investors, which can amplify the move. The real trend behind the headline is fear-driven momentum. When uncertainty increases, investors tend to reduce risk. That leads to selling, which pushes prices lower, and can create a cycle of continued decline. But it's important to understand the difference between a correction and a crash. Not every drop is a full market crash. Sometimes markets adjust after gains, and that can look dramatic in the short term. For your wallet, the stock market crash narrative can feel alarming. If you're invested, you may see sudden drops in portfolio value. Retirement accounts, tech funds, and index investments can all be affected. At the same time, these movements don't always reflect long-term outcomes. Markets historically move in cycles, including periods of decline followed by recovery. There's also a broader economic impact. When markets fall sharply, consumer confidence can weaken. That can influence spending, hiring, and overall economic momentum. However, not all effects are immediate. While markets react quickly, the real economy often moves more slowly. Looking ahead, the key question is whether this decline continues or stabilizes. If fear continues to drive markets, volatility could remain high. If confidence returns, markets may begin to recover. That's your wallet brief for this week. These changes don't always make headlines, but they do change how much you pay, save, and earn. We'll be back next week with